Okay, that's more like it. Get this out of the frame. Sweet. Okay, well, everyone, here we are. Hopefully we can all hear well. This is the most important thing to hear. And it sounds pretty good to my ears. Okay, so the reason that I'm doing this live stream is because I am getting ready to record my next little video, and it's just fingerstyle guitar video that I will be making and putting on a YouTube short. It's a song suggestion that I got, and I decided to make a short clip of it, just a part of the chorus. The song is called Time in a Bottle, and so far, so good. In the last live stream I did, it was just basically me showing you my process out loud of how I learn a song by ear, and kind of figured out how to put it on the guitar, but it was just very basic, surface level. Obviously I had no practice, and so now I'm coming back a little bit later, a little bit more practice, and this time I've added and tweaked some things. So I'm going to show you today what it is that I have been doing, and I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, if you remember Time in a Bottle, I'll pull it up really quick and play it for you guys, so you can hear what's going on here, what the song sounds like. And I'm gonna just skip right to the part we're gonna play. So that's the whole part that we're going to do. Until last time, we just figured out how to play that melody. We started with the bass notes, and then we figured out how to play the melody, figured out what key it was in, and we just kind of went from there to get all the way through it. Worked on a little instrumental. The second half is kind of a repeat of the first half, with some slight differences. So, what we got last time, I think I was playing... So those are the first two phrases. In fact, I'll just give you the words so you can kind of follow along. It's, but there never seems to be enough time. But there never seems to be enough time to... And those are two, I would say, two chord changes, right? And so I decided to make some slight tweaks just as I was messing around to make it sound a little bit cooler. So what I did is I added this open E string on top like this. And it just adds a little bit more. But I also added this note down here, kind of like I'm playing it as a bass note. I think that's really pretty. So, yep. But there never seems to be enough time to... And now, earlier I was playing with this note, which the melody line for to be enough time to... But then I decided I was playing to do the things, and I found that it's kind of awkward transition. Be enough time to do the things. And to make it a little smoother, instead of playing it with my pinky here, I go ahead and hit this bar chord, and I go right here. To be... So that's just another slight change I made. I basically am looking at the melody line and I'm looking at the chords that I'm playing and I'm figuring out, thanks, Tyler. I'm glad you love the music. Yeah, so basically I'm just finding different places to play certain notes from the melody that makes more sense with the rest of the chord. So, but there never seems to be enough time to do the things. So notice I played this 2 note down here on this bar chord, which allows me to go, do the things you want to do. So now I'm playing, earlier I was doing, let's see. I was playing the A right here. Want to do, but then I realized, want to do once you, sorry, I'm talking over myself a lot here, but I realized that it's actually easier to play this A note instead of playing it on the E string here. I play an open A. And I moved the notes from here. At least later I come back and I play it here. But instead I'm playing it up here. Want to do, open E string. Then I added some harmonics because I think the harmonics sound really cool. So I'll show you again from the top. So again, that's all of the lyrics except find them. And find them, I'm playing like this. Find them. I'm going to show you again. Just play it here so you can hear it. There never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. Perfect. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you... Now, earlier I was playing Find Them like this and playing this ridiculous, show the camera a little better, ridiculous stretch and going into like the little musical part with no lyrics. And that's just so hard to play, honestly. So I'm not really that interested in playing it right here. I found that it's easier to play it here. Thank you, I appreciate that, Slay KK1210, who says you're doing great. The only issue is when I play it down here, and then I get to that double stops part, is that it's a big jump to go from here to here. So that's one thing I'm practicing on, is making that a little more fluid. But I'm going to show you what it... And also, I'm slowing it way down, right? Because this is fast. Anyway, so that's the update. I changed this part to add a couple more notes and make it sound pretty. There we go. Got through the first part and the little musical section. And then here we go. So it's a repeat, right? However, when I listened back, I realized that it's not just a repeat. There's a little riff that he sings on this first line. Enough to know. So I had to figure out how to play that, right? Just like that. And then, like I said earlier, I'm playing these notes. Wanna go like this. And then coming and playing these harmonics up here at the 12th fret. Another thing that I really like about playing these harmonics and then playing this down here, the little musical part, is that I'm actually letting 5 strings ring out. So it sounds huge, it sounds so big, because I'm playing basically like if I was basically these 2 strings, the A and the D string. But I'm playing them in harmonics because I love harmonics. And then we go. Yeah. And then one other thing I changed was at the end, I added this cool little, well, it's the same D chord that we're playing up here, but I'm playing it in this kind of like G shape position. And I'm playing 2 of these in, once again, harmonics. And I'm playing this note with my ring finger. And then I take my pointer finger on my right hand and I'm tapping this bass note. And you might notice I'm actually setting down this pointer finger on it as well, because if I don't, you can hear it. If I put this finger down, it mutes that second note that's being played, right? Because when you tap, this side is playing and so is this side. So I'll mute this side by resting my finger over the top of it, and I think it sounds better. So it's time to practice. Okay, here we go. No, I keep going to play a harmonic there when that's not what I want to do. I want to do it here. That's another really pretty part of the song because I actually play this harmonic here. So I have all 6 strings ringing out all at once because I'm playing that harmonic. That's so pretty, huh? Can I play XXX Tentacion? I mean, Tentacion? Well, I mean, it depends on the song. I could probably learn it by ear. And in another stream, I will. You know what? Just for you, Brett121977. In another stream, I will. I'll just do, like, learning songs by ear. And I'll show everyone my process of doing it. And I'll take song suggestions on the spot. However, right now I'm just trying to practice this song, Time in a Bottle, by Jim Croce, or however you say his last name, so that I can make a video today and post it on my shorts. So, yeah, I'm just trying to practice right now, this specific song. But subscribe and stick around, and I will figure that one out for you. Hello guys, thanks for being part of the live stream. You know, this is my first vertical live stream. I really gotta work on that last ending part. I've never done something quite like that, because I'm playing these 2 harmonics, this root note, and this bass note, and trying to mute it all in one go. So I'm gonna practice it real slow. The harmonics weren't too clear. Let me try again. Harmonics are better that time for sure. And I'm just gonna speed it up little by little. maybe with some context. That was rough. But that's why we're practicing. That was better, right? Making some progress. Cool. Something I like to do when I'm practicing for these videos and these songs is I like to go to a metronome and start slow and just try to practice playing all the right notes on the beat. So I'm going to give that a shot here. Still a little bit fast, but darn it, I missed the right notes. I gotta jump up. I'll play them a little too low. Play them right here sometimes, so I've got to remember to play it right here. This is the 7th fret that my middle finger's on. There we go, remember that time. Cool, I'm gonna do it one more time at this same rate of, I'm playing right now at 90 BPM on my little metronome here. So let's try one more time through and see if I can get all the right notes. Hey, at least I got the ending right that time. I got most of it right. It was just, I actually forgot to play a part. I forgot that the second time around it goes like this. So I'm going to bump up the BPM anyway because I feel like that went pretty well. Just going to pop it up to 95 beats per minute and hit it again. So let's see how this goes. I messed it up already. Again, I already got in the habit of playing this note with my pinky instead of right here with the bar. So I'm trying to get back to develop the new habit. It's just smoother. That's a fast transition. Anyone in the chat, do any of you guys play guitar? And if so, how many years? I'd love to hear how many years you've played guitar if you're in the chat. No, not that way. That's tricky. Okay, guys, I feel pretty okay about 95. There's still some hard parts. I'm gonna stop the metronome for a second. I think the hard parts for me, for one of them is remembering to play. I would say it's in the beginning here. To remember to go to here instead of playing with my pinky, because that always messes me up. So maybe I just need to repeat that section a couple times at this BPM. There we go. It's just got to become like muscle memory and just got to stick in my brain. Nice. I almost forgot that time. Yeah. Oh. And that's the other part. I'll go. Normally, that's the way I've been practicing it, but I do think it's gonna be easier if I come up here and go. Playing all that really clean is hard. I'm better at the second half than the first half, I think. I'm getting close though. I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up to 100 BPM on my metronome here. Okay, let's try. That is hard to play clean. I need to probably take some time to work on doing that slower. That was pretty decent. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Okay, there's the part that's hard for me to play clean. I always end up like accidentally muting another string or playing a note I'm not supposed to, well, not usually playing a note I'm not supposed to be playing. I got them down. It's just, I've got this open E string playing. Then I'm playing these two harmonics on the A string and the D string. And then I'm trying not to touch any of those three strings with any of my fingers or hands while I come down here and I play. So I'm gonna put the metronome real slow. Gonna probably move it to, let's do 80. So again, metronome's at 80. Let's go nice and slow. That was pretty decent, but I need to get it over and over again. Okay. I'm also trying, when I play these double stops, to make sure that this A string can ring out and not touch it and stop it, so it continues to sound nice and full. And those are really important things to do when you're trying to do a fingerstyle arrangement of something, because you only have one instrument playing and you only have a couple strings playing at a time, so you want them to ring out when possible, when it's the right note. Of course, you don't want buzziness either if you can avoid it, but we do our best, right? I'm gonna do it at 85. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. 90. I think there's a lot of ways to accidentally stop these harmonics from ringing out. So the goal is to just not touch them. The big issue is right here. I go to move my thumb down to this string. And what happens is sometimes I accidentally touch the D string and I'll get this like gnarly sound, which you don't want. Okay, I'm gonna go up to 95 and try it there. The biggest thing is this jump right there, because I'm playing these harmonics on the 12th fret, and then coming all the way down to the 2nd fret and playing this. So let's try it. I muted them again. It's okay. There's just a lot of little things that can go wrong. I think sometimes my hand right here touches and mutes the E string when I'm going to try to play these harmonics. So I have to be aware of that as well. Well, that was pretty good. The timing wasn't great, but the notes all ringing out nice and clear was good. So let's try again. I'm gonna bump it up to 100. Again, got my little metronome at 100 right now. So let's see how it goes. Okay. Almost. I actually didn't quite fret it right with this finger down here. So let's try that again. It's so hard. Okay, why do I do this to myself? I write stuff that's too hard. But actually, that's my theory to getting better. For those guitar players who are trying to improve their skills out there, is I think it's important to write songs, and whether that's fingerstyle stuff or songs you're singing to, I think it's really important to push yourself and write something harder than you're currently capable of playing. And then you do what I'm doing here, is you sit down and you get very intentional and you pay a lot of attention to each note each string, each harmonic, and you practice playing something that's too difficult for you until it's not anymore. And I think in the process, you develop some really important skills for being a guitar player. So that's a little tip for you guys. Okay. I think I'm only going to end up playing this song at 110 BPM. The original version, it's just so fast. And it's not because like I don't want to get good enough to play it fast. It's because I think it's pretty. And there's a lot of beautiful harmony. And if you just rush through it, you kind of miss out on enjoying some of those beautiful harmonies. Like this. If you're just rushing through it and then you're just like, you don't get to enjoy it as long. It's quick. Okay. But it's okay. I'm not going to do it as fast. I'm going to probably just do 110, which is this. Oh. Hey, that was pretty clean. I'm not used to tapping, so this is a little bit tricky. Okay. I also don't recommend practicing for more than like 30 minutes straight, especially when you're doing some really deep work practicing and you're focusing on every little string and every little challenging part. I think it's really good for your brain to do like 20 or 30 minutes and then take a break. The nice thing about guitar is if you just leave it on your stand, then anytime you can just pick it up, go for another little couple minutes, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do the whole song at this rate. Maybe not that clean, but in a lot of my songs, I like to slow down the very last part, but I kind of feel like this one needs to be on it. You know what I mean? Okay. Nope. If anyone is actually like watching this all the way through and sticking with me for all of this, wow, I'm a little surprised, but happy that you're here. And I hope that you have learned something along the way. I'm just going to set a metronome to 110. I'm going to play it through like 3 or 4 more times, then I think I'm going to call it. So let's do it. Okay, a little rough, but at least they stick with tempo and mostly got like 80% of the notes right. Okay. Those harmonics are not ringing out. I'm a lot better at the second half than the first half. Except for the ending, bro. The ending is killing me. Gosh, okay. Alright, try again. Gotta get ready for that ending. It's okay. One more time. Okay, there's 2 things I'm gonna focus on this time through. I want that to ring out during that part of the song. And then I want the ending. You know what? I think the secret to making that sound good is being more intentional about what I'm doing with these fingers and being a little bit lighter on my thumb bass note. Because it's not important that this note rings out, because I'm going to go below it anyway and play like the true bass note. I just want these harmonics to ring out. So okay. Decent. That sounded weird. But I want to get this down because I've never ended a song like that before. Okay, guys, 1 more minute. I'm gonna be done. So, one more time. I think I'm gonna need to work on this for another day. I don't think I'm ready to record it today, but that's all right. I did this live stream thing, so hey, thanks for watching. What I want to say is that this live stream might be boring to some people. I feel like the only kind of person this would be really interesting to is my mom. No, maybe like guitarists who just want to learn how to practice more effectively or something. Because my perspective on practicing is that it's not really about doing scales. I think scales are important and they're worth practicing. But that's mostly for finger dexterity and just being like memorizing your fretboard. But beyond that, I don't think you're gonna get a lot better at most guitar things by practicing scales. Because when you practice scales, you're getting really good at scales. And your fingers are moving quicker. Both fingers. So, or maybe you're picking and your picking is improving. But mostly you're getting really good at scales. So my perspective on practice is you want to be working on songs. And for one thing, songs are more fun. Like, songs are more fun than scales. Come on. Like, songs are cool, dude. And there's so many good songs out there, so you might as well, like, get good at them. And you know what? You guys might appreciate this. Okay. Slightly better. I'm just going to bring the mic onto the screen. Yeah. Songs are fun. And I think that if you're really practicing very intentional practice, things like I did today, like trying to play a certain part of a song, like even that wasn't that clean. Like there's a lot of work to be done there. I played all the notes, but when you're trying to get really good at guitar and make a guitar sound really good, then it's also important for you to focus on the tone and focus on the clarity and focus on not muting strings that should be open. And that mileage is going to take you a lot further than just practicing like a certain type of scale that will change your life. No, like learn songs, write songs, play songs, and try to make it sound a little bit better. 1% in every area. 1% less buzzy. 1% like more clear, right? That's going to get you a lot further down the road, I think, in my opinion. But that's for all the guitarists who actually found this interesting. For the rest of you, I'm sorry you came across somebody practicing on YouTube Shorts, Reels. You might have even been trying to get away from somebody practicing something, put in your headphones only to find another guitarist just at it. But we'll do more fun ones later. Like I said, it was Brett. He asked if I can play XXX Tentacion. I don't know how to say his name right. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I would love to do some live streams where we just like figure out how to play songs by ear. And I'll probably take it a lot easier on myself than like something like this that I'm practicing for and intentionally making it difficult because it's pretty and cool. But anyway, you know what? Since you're still here and I am too, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek on something that I want to do that I think would be really fun. I'm thinking of another series that I want to add to my couple YouTube series. It would be something like adding even more guitar to John Mayer. But John Mayer, I mean, obviously he has a lot of guitar in his albums and all of his music because he's like a guitarist first and then he became a songwriter. But like he's got this song, I don't know, any song, right? But this is Daughters by John Mayer. And I'm just gonna solo a little bit over his song like it's a backing track. And it's just a little Easter egg nugget for you guys. Okay, obviously, if I was doing a short, the short wouldn't be the full length of the song. It would just be like a section of it. But I think it's funny. Like, add more guitar to John Mayer. Guys, I should probably go. I do have an appointment to get to at 3:00. Oh, it's pretty close. You know what? I'm just going to show you one more example of this, just because we're still here. We might as well. I love John Mayer, guys. He, like, not so much as a person. I don't know him, but his music is awesome. It's so fun. Okay, what album is Gravity? Is it in Heavier Things? That would make sense, right? Gravity's heavy. Kinda. Well, no. Gravity, that's kind of a deep question. Is gravity heavy? Or does it just make something heavy? Update, it's not in Heavier Things. Maybe it's in Continuum. Gravity. So this song has a lot of solos, right? So adding more guitar to what already is like basically a jam track with guitar, like soloing over the top. You know what? It's that part that I think would be really fun to do a video on. Anyway, that's just a little bit of freestyle for you guys. A little bit of improv. Anyway, guys, let's wrap this up. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. This year is going to be a big year. I'm going to put out a ton of music. We actually already have an album that's scheduled to be coming out on the 23rd of January. So mark your calendars, guys, because you might want to listen to it. Maybe. It's up to you. That's going to be a Friday. Not tomorrow, obviously, but the next week, Friday. So, yeah, mark your calendars. Find my Spotify. Look up Jerem JAROM, home, because otherwise it won't show up because I'm a small artist, guys. So far, right now, probably won't stay that way. I've got 19 monthly listeners, guys. But like, I have a couple songs. You could look up Christmas Gift. That was my recent Christmas song I just came out with. It's also, coincidentally, the only song that's like fully produced that I've made. Otherwise, it's just like acoustic music for the most part. But I'm going to start doing some more like fully produced music this year. Every month, ideally. That's the goal. I just got started with recording one of my songs called LA Today. So I'm going to work on recording, producing, then mixing. I don't really do mastering on my stuff. Sorry, guys. I mean, I just put a limiter on there and crank up the volume. But appreciate it. And thanks for the sub, whoever subscribed. It went from 54 to 55, I think. So that's cool. Love y'all. Peace out.